time. Let's bow our heads once more. Grab your neighbor's hand as we conclude this amazing devotion. Let's grab your neighbor's hand. Lord, where are you when it hurts? When we praise you in the good times, we also have to challenge you in the bad times and say, where are you when we don't feel good? Where are you when life kicks us to the curb and we don't know what to do? I know I asked that in 1996. I had my mother. She didn't have any known vices that I ever knew of. She ate right. She was a good woman. Everybody loved Martha Sue Coleman. But she went for a breast checkup, and then she got multiple myeloma, and she died 5 years later. She became an old woman at age 57. Her back was curved, practically broken, and she had so much pain. And I looked at you and I said, why? Why did my mother have to suffer like this? And then 3 years ago, my father goes for a stomach virus checkup. He has a stomach virus and he dies 3 days later. And I looked at you and I said, why? And you know what? I know I have a right to. Because if I'm your child, I praise you in the good times, but I question you in the bad times. And I say, why? And what's neat about you, Lord, is when we ask why, you do answer. You eventually answer. It may not be the answer we want to hear in the time we want to hear it, but we will hear the reason why. The reason why we struggle. The reason why people die that make us sad. The reason why we lose friends. The reason why we lose puppies. The reason why we lose jobs. The reason why we lose our health. The reason why we lose things. You always answer. And what I find the answer to be time and time again is somebody down our road, when we're all good and recovered from whatever we went through, somebody down the road is going to struggle with the exact same thing. And you're going to be able to use us to minister to that person for that very thing that they're struggling with that we know all about. So a lot of times we suffer because we're going to help somebody else who suffered. Because, Lord, we're following your example then because you suffered for us. You sent your son to die. What more suffering can there be than a son who dies for his people? We're at a place, Lord Jesus, that everybody out here that's buried 6 feet under, they're not Christians. Many are, but many are not. Many of them call themselves atheists and agnostics and don't share the Christian faith. But one thing they do share is this: they died for our freedoms. And so in some significant way, they share what you did. So that's why we're here honoring them. But back to the question, where is God when it hurts? God is ever more present when it hurts. We don't have to feel good for you to be present. And that is just simply Christianity 101. We're always going to have pain. We're always going to have days that we don't understand to put one foot in front of the other, but we just go on because that's all we know how to do. It's called faith. But why do we have that faith? Because it comes from you. You're the one that gives us that faith. So we thank you, Lord, for the preparation of these great students today from this great school. We thank you for the effort and the time they put into this. We ask that you would be present today, and boy, have you. You've been present already in a mighty way. You've touched us today, Lord, the very first sight of the day, and we've got beautiful sunshine to enjoy. That's awesome. So we give you praise today for this time together to celebrate and to figure out just where you are when it hurts. And where you are when it hurts is right where we need you to be, is right inside of us, holding us up, lifting us up. Let's say the Lord's prayer together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. One verse of this. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. My bus over here, Christy's bus over there. Here we go.